Video showing cars full of bullet holes. The rapper and 3 others were in these cars.
I think everyone feels the same way, that this is not something that's okay. This is not something we're going to tolerate. And we're going to pay very close attention, so don't get involved.
His last words were, "I love you, Ma, and I'm not going to make it." He smiled. He looked at me. He kissed me on the jaw. He told me he loved me. He told me that he wasn't going to make it.
I said, boy, I say they done got that Julio Foolio, boy. I told him they were going to get him. Yeah, nah, well, I didn't tell him they were going to get him. I just knew they were going to get him because the boy works hard to get got.
So more facts are surfacing about Julio Foolio's death. And now JayDaYoungan's mom has spoken out, seemingly dissing Foolio's. JayDaYoungan was one of Foolio's biggest rivals who was tragically killed in 2022. And it looks like Jay's mom is hinting that Foolio's had it coming, while celebrities and fellow rappers are jumping in with their hot takes on Foolio's death. And while no one is celebrating that another young black man met a tragic end, they're not exactly shedding tears for Foolio either. Many were quick to remember folks how Foolio mocked other fallen young men, including JayDaYoungan, suggesting that he kind of brought this fate upon himself. So what's the scoop on the suspects who went after Foolio? And what did JayDaYoungan's mom tell about Foolio's demise? Let me break it down for you.
New images tonight from Tampa showing just how many bullets were fired into 2 cars, including the one that rapper Julio Foolio was riding in. 3 others were also shot. It happened just hours after the rapper invited his fans to celebrate his 26th birthday with him at an Airbnb, sharing his location with the public.
Florida rap star Julio Foolio is tragically dead at just 26 after being shot outside a hotel in Florida early Sunday morning, June 23rd, the night before Foolio was celebrating his 26th birthday at an Airbnb and then moved the party to a Holiday Inn, according to his lawyer Ellis Fusco. That's where things took a deadly turn as he was ambushed by assailant. The Tampa Police Department told Billboard that they got a 911 call around 4:40 a.m. And when they arrived at the scene, they found 2 cars riddled with bullets in the parking lot. Sadly, Foolio was pronounced dead right there, and 3 others were rushed to a local hospital. Thankfully, those 3 are in stable condition. Before the chaos at the hotel, Foolio and his crew were apparently kicked out of an Airbnb nearby, and he even mentioned on his Instagram stories that the authorities showed up and shut down their party. The police are now busy trying to piece together what happened, and they're looking to identify who was involved and figure out the reason behind this attack. Now, just a couple of months ago, in April, Foolio dropped his latest project, Resurrection, and when he revealed the album, he admitted that there had been multiple attempts on his life.
3 others were injured in that shooting. We are told they are all in stable condition. 8 on your sides, Chloe Sparks is live where this happened along Fowler Avenue, not too far from USF. What's the latest this morning, Chloe?
A suspect has still not been identified, but a Jacksonville crime analyst believes that the shooter at large could be from a rival group in Jacksonville, where Julio Foolio is from. While fans and loved ones mourn the loss of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio, Tampa police are working to bring his murderer to justice.
There are cameras here, and our officers are working to view all of the cameras and talk with people, who might have seen anything or heard anything.
3 other people were victims of this shooting in a Tampa hotel parking lot. The other victims are believed to be in a stable condition.
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
After getting kicked out of an Airbnb where Julio Foolio was celebrating his 26th birthday, according to his social media. A Jacksonville crime analyst believes those posts might have played a big role in Foolio's death.
Doing this for so long, I would tend to think this is more of a Jacksonville-based regional kind of beef between 2 groups. Maybe took advantage of a foolish posting that was out there saying where he was, and that's the downside of that.
According to a Jacksonville report, Foolio was shot at least twice in the last few years before he was shot and killed here in the parking lot. The most recent incident was in October when he was shot in the foot. And in 2021, Foolio was grazed by a bullet in a drive-by shooting in Jacksonville.
So his murder comes, and somebody from a rival group is now going to get out there and need to be retaliated against in their eyes for his murder, and then that just keeps going.
Foolio's lawyer telling a Jacksonville reporter his client was basically ambushed.
On April 4th, Foolio wrote on Instagram that these last couple months and SL years of my life have been sad. God has been trying to send me a word multiple times on my life. I keep living. I keep losing my brothers to jail and graveyards, but I know the Most High doing everything for a reason. He let me walk again for a reason, but those in the know about Foolio's antics over the past few years are saying his tragic end was just a ticking time bomb waiting to blow. So to give you some context, Foolio was widely involved in a wild public feud with fellow Florida rapper Yin Ace. The bitter rivalry between their respective crews, Foolio's T and AC's ATK, had been simmering for years, and it was anything but pretty. I'm talking about years of violent incidents that eventually led to several tragic deaths, including that of JayDaYoungan, Ace's former collaborator. July 27, 2022, JayDaYoungan and his dad, Kanata Scott, were sitting on their front yard in Below when a black truck pulled up and 3 armed men jumped out. They tried to dash inside, but 2 more appeared from the side of the house and started Jay's dad pulling out his own gun in self-defense. But Jay got hit at least 8 times and later died at a nearby hospital. His dad was twice in the arm but was in stable condition, and as of 2024, Jay still remains unsolved. Just to set the record right, JayDaYoungan wasn't exactly an innocent bystander in the ongoing Florida rap war. Not that this means he deserved to have his life taken in front of his father, but just pointing out that before he passed away at just 24, JayDaYoungan had quite the rap sheet. And I'm talking about multiple arrests and charges for everything from unlawful firearm possession and illegal substances to attacking a pregnant woman, child desertion, and even being an accessory to second degree. Now, as for young Ace, he and JayDaYoungan had a falling out shortly before Jay passed, but I later shared a touching tribute to Jay on and expressed regret that they didn't get a chance to work things out. I wasn't even going to come post, brother, cause this ish been eating me in the inside cause we wasn't seeing eye to eye about some is we could have rekindled. Ace wrote, I wanted to call you so bad, brother, it was just our pride in the way, dog, we was better than that as we was going through is was so little. D. La Brothera sent love to JayDaYoungan's family, saying they always treated him like one of their own. He wrote, they always treated me like family. I always been in your corner. I always wanted you to win, brother, no matter what it was. I wish I could call you brother. I'll trade all these memories in just to make one more new one with you. Now, when it comes to Foolio's reaction to JayDaYoungan's death, here's where things started getting out of control. While fans and family were still mourning the Young's death, Foolio hopped on IG to share a sarcastic post saying, "Rip JayDaYoungan, you will be missed, lol." And then in another, he made it clear that he didn't care to Young and passed because he was one of the ups dude used to diss me just to be cool with the ops, even got them boys tatted now. Look, Foolio wrote with a laughing emoji. And by the way, this wasn't even the first time Foolio publicly celebrated his rival's death. In 2017, Foolio's 17-year-old cousin Zion Brown was targeted and killed by one of Ye Ace's known associates, Dieter Thomas, and about a year later, Ye Ace was targeted in a retaliatory drive-by, resulting in the passing of his brother Trevin Bullard and 2 other individuals. Meanwhile, Yin Ace survived despite being hit 8 times. Now fast forward to April 2021, and Foolio dropped the music video for the track When I See You remix, showing him at a cemetery holding up a poster of young EA's deceased brother and 2 associates, Trevin Bullard, Royal 23 Smith, and Jacob Grover, and pouring champagne over it. And see, this is exactly why fans are now saying it was only a matter of time before Fio met a tragic end. In fact, folks are saying that the fact that he lasted 3 whole years after dropping his music video is insane. And now even JayDaYoungan's mother has joined the chat, seemingly suggesting that Foolio got his karma, while also sending prayers to Foolio's mother following the news of Foolio's death. The Young's mom wrote on her stories, "Everyone will attend for what they do. God never sleeps." Prayers to his mother. Meanwhile, celebrities have also started sharing their reactions to Foolio's passing. And basically, they're urging fans and young aspiring rappers to realize this rap beef mess is not a game. One of them was Charleston White, who made some brutally honest comments telling fans Foolio worked hard to get and that no one should be sad about his passing.
I said, boy, I say they done got that Julio Foolio, boy. I told them they would go get him. Yeah, nah, well, I didn't tell them they would go get him. I just knew they would go get him. Because the boy works hard to get got. No, works hard to get shot on. Man, they shot his foot off last year, give him that pirate nub. Man, he supposed to still got his foot shot off, ain't supposed to be bouncing around on his birthday. Man, get somewhere and sit down and rest that foot and work your heel. Nigga supposed to be. And then I'm thinking, at the Holiday Inn, what the? Man, ain't no protection on at the Holiday Inn. They ain't even got valet parking. No, man. That's why I go, man, the Holiday Inn. Man, I guess when you got an entourage, roll around. You can't go get one of them high dollar rooms. You got to go, yeah. Say, man, what you think about this? Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, works hard to die. Shit, he earned this here. Shit, and goddamn it, should nobody be sad? Way that lived and talk gangster.
But you know what's definitely sad is that Foolio's death probably won't do much to stop this circle of violence. In fact, Tampa police have already said they're now expecting retaliatory attacks, which means more senseless deaths of young men. One fan said watch how fast they forget about Foolio and go back to glorifying violence until the next dog dies. The cycle continues. And another person wrote, I guess people are saying he shouldn't have posted his address. Okay, but what about the senseless violence? What about God? People need to leave this thug mentality behind one day. The shooter's the victim, and these people commenting will be judged by heaven. Let go of your ignorance, but seriously, what do you think about all this? Do you believe Foolio's death is going to ignite even more pointless violence? Is there any hope of ending this cycle? Or is it just hopeless now? Drop your ideas in the comments and don't forget to stay tuned for the next video.